Kyle, as a WF1 here, and we're going to try and help answer the question today as what Hutch are doing. And this comes in the form of the pit pass. So we haven't had any information from Hutch so far, but we're going to have to try and give our assumptions as to what is happening. And then one day, fingers crossed, we'll get some information on what is the pit pass. So a lot of you are familiar with the pit pass by now. You get a free and a premium per version. That version costs around £5, lasts for the month, and you unlock some assets, boosts, crates, coins, you name it, it's in there as part of the monthly cycle. This happens every month throughout the season, and you can purchase or you can stay on the free part. Now, for new players who are not used to the game, who are just coming in, you might think this pit pass is a great buy. £5 a month, you get queue for crates, you get loads of free stuff basically, but it's not as it once seemed to be. And why is that? So the reason being, it used to be a lot better, and without communication from Hutch, it's been changed what I would say is multiple times now, and we don't have any clue as to why or what direction it's going into either. So we're going to dive into some great work that's been done on the F1 Clash Discord, mainly by Onyx, and I know a few people as well, where they've tracked what is included on the pit pass. And before we go into the differences, I want you to think of one thing. I'm going to give you one sort of story to really drill this home to you. The pit pass at the moment isn't currently worth buying based on all the stuff that we used to get before. Now think about this. If I gave you £40 and you went to your local supermarket and you bought all your food shopping for the week and you got everything you wanted, great. And let's say that stays the same for a month or two. You don't think anything different. You don't get frustrated. No one's annoyed. Everyone's happy. Great. And then suddenly, without communication, you go to the shop. You put all your stuff down on the till. You go to give you £40 over and they say, sorry, you can't have that. You can only have half. And that is what I want you to remember. You'd be pretty frustrated and annoyed with no reasons why either, as to why it suddenly dropped. Now there is, that you'll see in the video and the sheet, where they are obviously changing the numbers, and they have changed the numbers in this latest one. So we're going to get into it and show you that they obviously hear the noise, but will they ever come out and say why they have made the changes that they have? So let's have a look at Exhibition 25, which was one of the first pit passes of this new season. So this is when it all kicked off for the 2023-2024 season. So let's run through. You can see all the breakdown in what was available in the pit pass at that point. You can see we got 1,386 commons. You got 175 rares, 30 epics, 837 boosts altogether, some coins, the amount of crates. You got a livery and a max bundle, which was series 3 to 3. So that gives you a summary of what was in Exhibition 25. Now, let's go and look at Exhibition 26 and we'll come back to see of any differences. So we move over. You can see the split again. You can see commons, 1,800. We've got 150 rares, 30 epics, 837 boosts, and then a max bundle of Series 4. So, let's have a look firstly from month 1 to month 2, the differences in the pit pass. So, we actually got more commons. We got 414 more commons in the purchase this time round. We did get less rares by 25. We got the same amount of epics, boosts, coins, crates, liveries, but the max bundle was lower. So the main part in this Exhibition 26 pit pass was in fact you got more commons, slightly less rares, but higher max bundle. So in theory, I'm not too unhappy with that one, because 25 rares you missed, but you gained 400 and something commons, which will help you with asset trading. That's not the end of the world change. Let's move in
to Exhibition 27 and compare it to Exhibition 26. So, first of all, you can see at the top, Gold, Platinum, Legendary 561, 26, 693, 25, 693. But first, let's go through the summary. 504 commons, 102 rares, 0 epics, 1,116 boosts, 120,000 coins. We've got 22 crates, 1 livery, and a max bundle of Series 4. Let's compare the two. We'll do it by this so you can see the names. So, like we already mentioned, we're already a gold crate down. We are 3 platinum crates down. We are 2 legendary crates down in Exhibition 27. Looking at the commons, we are a huge 1,296, if my maths is correct, down on what we had before. We are 48 rares down, 30 epics down. We get more boosts by, let's say, 300, pretty much around, give or take. We get more coins, so we've got 8 in total crates less, 1 livery and a max series bundle of 4. So, a huge drop in assets, but it still costs the same price for Exhibition 27. What do you think about that? Interesting. So let's then move to, so this was the big jump. This was the biggest jump that we've seen, and Exhibition 27 was where the frustration of players started to appear in terms of the pit pass. So, naturally, you would imagine with so much dissatisfaction, surely it can't be any worse for the following month. Surely Hutch have put something in place to keep players happy. Well, doesn't seem to be the case. Roll on Exhibition 28. Okay, Exhibition 28. Gold 5, Platinum 6, Legendary 1. Let's scroll down to the bottom. Commons 980, rares 186, 0 epics, 1,116 boosts, 120k coins, 22 crates, 1 livery, and a max bundle of 6 to 7. So, when you look at it, we've actually gone up by 476 commons. Rares have gone back up by 84. There is still 0 epics in the pit pass. Boosts are the same, coins are the same, crates are the same, liveries are the same, but we've got a bigger increase of the max bundle. So this is still, remember, under the same cost. Not a massive increase, but what this tells me is that Hutch are aware of dissatisfaction, but based on all 4 pit passes, probably don't know what to do with the pit pass based on the numbers, unless we get communication otherwise. Now, you've seen the increase and you think, well, it's better than last month. Well, in theory, it potentially is, but it's not what it used to be, regardless. So let's have a look at month 1, 980 commons versus 1,300. So we're still 400 commons less. Rares 186. We're at 175, so we've got 11 more rares. We know epics is 0. So we're 30 epics down, which is, on this game, epics are the best parts at the end of the game to use, usually. Everyone prefers the epics. Commons, pretty useless unless you're doing asset trading or you're brand new to the game. Boosts are up, still by that round 300, let's say. Coins are up. Crates are 8 down. And the max bundle was 6 to 7. So all in the same price, nothing has changed regarding the cost, but we're still 8 crates down over the month. We're increased on commons and rares, but it's still not what it used to be. It is like taking away something from the players. If players buy something and then we take it away and give them half of what they had pretty much, or a quarter of what they had, then of course they're going to be happy. But why has Hutch done this?
So that is the question that everybody knows and only Hutch will know. And obviously we're trying to get communication as to why they are going in the direction that they are. I'm not going to compare the pit passes to last season because towards the end of the last season, the pit passes were basically inflated massively because it was towards the end of the game. We were getting something like 380 epics at the end of the season. Now, the problem Hutch has got with this is they set up with such huge numbers in the pit pass and then taking it away. That's the problem. If you give people stuff and then you take it away and give them less, they're going to be unhappy. That's simple as that. Why? Did they try and boost everyone's accounts at the start of the season to give them a head start and then they reduced it down? That is one potential assumption that I make myself. Whether or not they always planned to do this, or they simply didn't mean to, and it's reverted back to some old data with some old amounts and values of what the pit pass should be. The big thing is, though, we call on Hutch to basically give us the communication. There's a lot of communication that seems to be slacking. Even us creators don't get the information as to why these changes are made. And it's also sometimes made as if it slips under the carpet and hope that nobody notices. But for when there's real money on the line and people are purchasing it, we need Hutch to come out and communicate to us the way the game is going and why they are making the changes they do. If they came out at the start of the season and said, look, we're going to boost them for the first 3 months and then they're going to gradually decrease down to what they were, I don't know, start of last season when the game wasn't drawing to a close. I mean, I know we didn't have it start of last season, but let's say the games were very much truly and live at that point. And it will go down to these numbers eventually. If people had that communication and had a roadmap of the pit pass assets for the whole year, people won't be as upset. But because they've been given it, and it's the same with the crate timer, we were promised a crate timer which hasn't come yet either, people are going to be unhappy and people are going to share their frustration. So hopefully we can get some information to you soon as to why these changes are being made. Do take note that us creators are trying to get as much information, same as the CC Championship and the scores. We're trying to get as much information as we can, and hopefully soon we'll get some information. But Pit Pass at the moment definitely is reduced in value completely, but the prices still remain the same. Don't recommend buying it on that basis, but hopefully we can get back to some normal purchasing and some values that reflect what we once had in the future. But for now, it's definitely not worth a buy.